Be careful. A woman is watching your house from her car every evening. What she's planning next. Open immediately. Archangel Michael says, you're being watched. And not by a stranger lost on the street or a neighbor admiring your garden. This woman, this carefully hidden figure, has been parking just far enough to not be noticed, yet close enough to see everything. Each evening around the same time, she returns. Sometimes she sits silently for hours. Sometimes she speaks on the phone in a hushed tone, eyes never leaving your window. This isn't coincidence. It isn't harmless. There's an energy building around your home, and it's connected to her presence. Something's happening behind the scenes, something most people would never detect. But heaven sees everything, and I was sent to you for this very reason. You see, this woman has a plan. But what she doesn't know is that you are protected, as long as you stay alert and don't ignore the signs. You might have brushed off that subtle feeling, that sensation that someone was watching, the slight shift in temperature when you passed your window. But now that you know, you can no longer look away, because her next move is already in motion. Let me take you deeper into this moment. She's not just watching out of curiosity. She's gathering details. Who comes and goes? When lights are turned on? What car parks in your driveway? This is surveillance, but not for a film or a book. This is personal. It's about you. Archangel Michael says, this woman holds a connection to someone from your past. A rivalry that never healed. A betrayal that stayed hidden. A jealousy that bloomed in secret. She believes you have something she wants. And if she can't have it, her goal is to make sure you lose it too. But here is the truth that will protect you. The divine has already intervened. The angels have been watching her every move, and they're 2 steps ahead. Still, you must be cautious. You must listen, because she's becoming bolder. One of these evenings, she will attempt something that crosses the line. Her intention isn't just to look. It's to invade, manipulate, and emotionally disrupt your peace. Whether through deceit, impersonation, or creating a false narrative, she's planning something dark. She carries with her a photo. Your photo, printed and circled, notes scribbled on a notepad, times, names, possible entry points. But the most disturbing part is not what she's doing, it's who is behind her. Someone put her up to this. A person who once smiled in your face but spoke poison behind your back. And now, they're using her as the weapon. Tonight, when you close your curtains, close them with purpose. When you lock your doors, say this silently, no darkness will pass my threshold. No watcher shall invade my peace. Because the truth is, she's trying to trigger you. She wants you scared, nervous, distracted. She wants you to spiral so she can justify what she's about to do. But what she doesn't know is that light always reveals darkness. And tonight, the light is on your side. Listen to this carefully. She may try to approach you pretending to be someone else. Someone helpful. Someone needing directions. Someone dropping off something. But her eyes will tell the real story. Cold. Calculating. Empty of genuine light. You will know her by the pause in her steps, the stiffness in her tone, and the way your spirit will instantly react when she nears. You'll feel that unease. That's your spiritual warning. Do not engage. Do not invite. Do not open. Someone else close to you is also being manipulated in this situation. A friend, a neighbor, or even a coworker may have unknowingly given her access to small details. Innocently, casually. But that information was all she needed. There's a document she's preparing. A report or complaint she plans to file with false accusations. She wants to drag your name through it just to rattle your stability. But again, you are protected. This message isn't just a warning, it's your armor. Because now, her element of surprise is gone. This is a spiritual chess match, and heaven just moved its queen into position. Do not give her energy. Do not give her fear. Instead, strengthen your boundaries. Cover your home in spoken light every evening. Say aloud, "No weapon formed against me shall dwell near my gates." Say it 3 times. One of these days, she won't show up. And that's when her trap will try to unfold from a distance. An anonymous message. A misinterpreted delivery. A knock at your door with no one there. Ignore the distractions. The false alarms. Stay rooted. This is part of her attempt to make you unravel. The moment she realizes her energy can't break you is the moment she will retreat. But be warned, her desperation will spike before her disappearance. That final evening, when she senses she's lost, she will try one last time. One last drive-by. One last look. And that night, you will see her clearly. The mask she wears will fall, and you'll know exactly who she is. It will shock you, because you've seen her before. You may even have spoken with her. But when the truth is revealed, you'll realize she has never let go of what happened between you, even if you had long moved on. Forgiveness closed the chapter for you, but for her, it stayed open like a wound. And now, she's bleeding her bitterness into your space. Archangel Michael says, the divine realm is already cleansing your atmosphere. A circle of protection is being etched around your dwelling. But you must not ignore this season of discernment. If you feel guided to speak to someone you trust, do so. Keep your intuition sharp and your boundaries unbreakable. Above all, understand this: you are not alone in this. The moment you received this message, 10 angels were assigned to watch over your home. The woman may still be watching, but now, she's being watched too. And very soon, her obsession will be exposed. The people backing her will fall into their own trap. The very thing they wanted for you will ricochet back to them. Hold on to your peace. Hold on to your light. And remember, this is not just about today. It's about your future being protected from invisible attacks. Sleep tonight without fear. Walk tomorrow with courage. And move forward knowing you were never blind. You were divinely shielded. You have been chosen not only to survive this, but to come out stronger, more intuitive, and absolutely unshakable. The plan against you has been revealed. Now, it will collapse. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, you must now start noticing the patterns. Watch how certain cars slow down by your house. Pay attention to the same faces that pass by your window more than once a day. This is not paranoia. This is precision, on their part. And it must be met with awareness on yours. The woman in the car has been fed stories about you. Some of them twisted. Some completely fabricated. She believes she's acting out of justice. But in truth, she's carrying the resentment of someone who doesn't have the courage to face you directly. They sent her because she was easy to manipulate, and her envy made her a willing participant. But something in her is beginning to crack. Last night, she hesitated. She stayed in her car for a shorter time. Her expression was confused. You're not the person she expected. You were supposed to be broken. You were supposed to be miserable. Instead, you stood in strength, even without knowing you were being watched. And now, her assignment feels unstable. The lies she was told are being exposed by your light. Here's the next step. Do not engage in arguments over the next few days. Do not answer unknown calls. And avoid reacting to emotional triggers. They are attempting to destabilize you emotionally, so your response can be used against you. But what they didn't count on was your resilience. Your calm is terrifying them. This woman is going to try one final thing. A delivery. A letter. A package left at your door with no return label. Do not open it immediately. Let your intuition speak first. If you feel even the slightest hesitation, trust it. You're not being overcautious. You're being spiritually wise. The intention is not just physical invasion. It is emotional infiltration. But you were built to discern truth even in silence. Soon, someone will confirm everything. A witness. A neighbor. A person who knows what's been going on and finally steps forward. They've been watching too, but from a place of uncertainty. Now, even they can't ignore what they've seen. You will receive a message, digital or handwritten, from someone saying, "I wasn't sure how to tell you this, but that message will change everything." The truth about why this woman was sent. Who funded her silence? Who whispered lies into her ear? It's going to spill out like water bursting through a crack. And when it does, everything that was aimed to ruin you will suddenly collapse. Your home will be declared sacred again. The peace you once had will not just return, it will be magnified. But hear this clearly, do not let her back in. Even when she tries to apologize. Even when she pretends she was misled. Because while forgiveness is divine, re-entry is a privilege, and she forfeited it the moment she sat outside your home in secrecy. This entire attack is not just about the now, it's about the destiny you are walking into. There is a financial door about to open. There's a life transition about to happen. And someone saw it before you did. They tried to sabotage it in silence. But heaven is loud today. This message is your shield. And from this moment on, you're no longer in the dark. Start observing the signs from now. If a bird taps on your window repeatedly, it's not random. It's a spiritual nudge. If your phone rings once and stops, especially from an unknown number, it's a distraction. If you feel unusually tired at a certain hour each evening, that's spiritual interference. Speak aloud and clear the air. Archangel Michael says, you must now shift your atmosphere. Light candles. Play peaceful music. Anoint your doors if you're led to. She tried to bring surveillance into your sacred space. But now, your light will make it impossible for her to continue. Watch closely. In the next 3 days, the car won't return. Why? Because she will be questioned. Interrogated, not by the police, but by the person who sent her. They're panicking. Their plan didn't work. And now, They fear being exposed. So what will they do next? Try to get close again. But this time, through someone new. A familiar face. Maybe even someone you once trusted. Do not be deceived. Just because the car stops appearing doesn't mean the test is over. It only means it has shifted form. Stay alert, but do not live in fear. Fear is the language of darkness. And you, child of light, were never meant to speak it. What's coming next for you is restoration. What was taken from you, emotionally, financially, even spiritually, will return. You will see it. You will feel it. You will live it. But this message had to come first. You had to be warned. Because what you're carrying into the future is too important to be derailed. You are not just being protected. You are being preserved, for something greater. She tried to spy. But now heaven has turned the spotlight on her. She tried to cause fear. But now your confidence will shake her. She tried to silence your spirit. But now your voice is rising. When the final truth comes out, and it will, there will be silence. The kind of silence that only happens after judgment is delivered. Her plan failed. Her energy failed. Her mission failed. Because you were never alone. You were never unguarded. You were never unworthy of divine protection. Now, step forward without fear. Your house is covered. Your name is clean. And your destiny remains untouched. The battle she brought is over. Victory has arrived. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, what the enemy never realized was this: every time she parked outside your house, angels were documenting her actions. Not one move went unnoticed. Not one thought she sent toward you in jealousy or rage went unrecorded. There is a scroll, yes, a spiritual scroll, with her name on it. And what she wrote in secrecy with her actions has already been read aloud in the heavens. And now, a divine reversal is unfolding. You may not see it immediately. You may not hear about it right away. But the consequences of this woman's choices have already begun chasing her. The car she used to watch you will soon be towed or broken down, not by accident, but as a symbol, a message. Your watching days are over. That same energy she sent toward your home will revisit her, multiplied. Because her intentions were not just bad, they were destructive. But you were not touched. You remained safe. Because your faith, though quiet, was loud enough in the spirit realm to activate protection. Don't underestimate how powerful your quiet strength has been. Even in your doubt. Even when you were tired. Even when you questioned your own intuition, your spirit stood tall. Heaven celebrates you now. Your energy remained clean. You didn't retaliate. You didn't speak curses over her. You didn't play the same dark games. And for that, you will be rewarded. Now, something is being returned to you. A message is being drafted with good news. A new opportunity. An unexpected favor. It will arrive to your inbox, or through a conversation, or even through the mouth of someone you never expected to help you. Why now? Because her interference had been delaying your blessings. But now that she's been spiritually blocked and exposed, your river can flow again. Watch over the next few days how small shifts begin to take place. A worry you had will disappear without explanation. A financial problem will suddenly find a solution. Someone distant will unexpectedly reach out to bring peace. All of these are signs that the resistance has been broken. But let me give you a sacred instruction. Do not seek revenge. Do not confront her. Do not post cryptic things online. Don't try to let her know you know. Let heaven do the unveiling. Let heaven show her that her eyes were never stronger than your light. You see, your life is entering a new season. That's why the attack came. It's because she sensed, even before you fully knew, that you were stepping into favor. She wanted to distract you before your miracle. She wanted to cause drama before your breakthrough. But now that the plan has failed, she's left confused, empty, powerless. That's why it's important you move forward, not backward. Don't dwell. Don't revisit the drama. Don't overanalyze her face, her car, or her last action. It's done. You've outgrown that battlefield. Now, start preparing your spirit for elevation. You're not just coming out of this season clean, you're coming out promoted. New doors are opening, ones that were previously locked. People who ignored you before will now need your help, your voice, your light. She may have watched you, but what she didn't realize was that you were the one being chosen. And now, that choosing is becoming visible. Get ready for a phone call that confirms a release. Get ready for paperwork that approves something long delayed. Get ready for clarity that frees your heart. It's coming. All of it. And it starts now. The woman who watched you will never understand how your energy remained untouched. She will question how her effort to destroy you only made you more powerful. Let her wonder. That is not your burden. Your only task now is to remain aligned, to protect your peace, to walk with dignity, to bless those who bless you, and release those who curse you. You are beyond the reach of petty attacks now. That chapter is over. The watchers have left. Now, the witnesses are arriving. People will witness what happens next in your life. They will say, I remember when they were going through that, but now they'll see your rise. And she'll no longer have access to view your life, not even through a window. Your privacy is restored. Your security is sealed. Your purpose is reactivated. Your house is not just your physical space, it represents your heart, your soul, your inner sanctuary. And it is no longer under watch. It is now under divine ownership. The woman who watched you from her car, she became part of the story only to make your testimony louder. Let her be a footnote. You are the headline. The heavens rejoice for your discernment, your strength, and your victory. This was never about fear, it was about unveiling. And now, the veil is lifted. Step forward now. The road ahead is clear. And if your heart feels heavy, know this, you did nothing wrong. You were simply too powerful to go unnoticed. And now, you're too blessed to be touched. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, tonight is not just another night. Tonight, a spiritual shift is finalizing around your home. What was once a target has now become a fortress. You may feel something different when you walk through your hallway. A lightness. A calm. That's not just relief. It's the lifting of a burden that never belonged to you in the first place. The woman who parked outside your home didn't expect resistance. She expected you to break, to act out, to collapse under confusion. But instead, you rose into clarity. She was sent to witness your downfall, but now she's forced to witness your rising. Heaven is now making you unreachable to those who operate in shadows. No longer can she, or anyone like her, see you clearly. You've become hidden in plain sight. A divine concealment has wrapped around you. You may begin to notice that certain people who used to reach out often, suddenly go silent. Don't chase that silence. That silence is protection. Because the people she's connected to, those who helped fuel her interest in you, are also being removed, one by one. Their access revoked. You are not isolated. You are insulated. What you're stepping into now is sacred space. Space that cannot be shared with the ones who watched you through eyes of envy and plotted behind curtains of lies. Let me show you what's happening behind the veil. A spiritual court has met, and your name was spoken, not in accusation, but in honor. Your energy was examined, and it was found righteous. Not perfect, but faithful. Not flawless, but strong. And the verdict? Release, restoration, elevation. There is a door opening this week, one that the woman watching you tried to block spiritually. She used silence. She used dark thoughts. She even used others to whisper doubts about you. But that door has now been reactivated, and it leads to a new season, one where peace is not a guest but a permanent resident. Be prepared for something unexpected. A gift will arrive, wrapped in confusion but sent from heaven. A stranger will mention your name in a room of favor, and an enemy will be forced to bless you in silence. This is what happens when God uses even your watchers to advance your destiny. She didn't realize she was pushing you closer to your breakthrough. Every night she parked outside your house, she was unknowingly charging your future. And now, that energy has flipped. What was sent to harm you has empowered you. There's something else you need to know. This experience has activated a new gift in you, a deeper level of spiritual sensitivity. You'll start noticing things in people faster. You'll feel off around someone even if they smile. You'll sense intentions before actions. That's not paranoia. That's discernment sharpened by trial. Use it wisely. You've earned your wisdom the hard way, but now you walk with insight that few possess. Archangel Michael says, in the coming days, you'll be presented with a situation where this very gift will save you. A contract, a conversation, a choice. At first, it will look innocent, but your spirit will speak louder than the words in front of you. Trust it. Say no when your soul feels tight, even if everyone says yes. Say yes when peace floods your chest, even if logic doesn't fully agree. Because this is no longer just about avoiding the woman in the car. It's about navigating your future with spiritual intelligence. You have passed a test you didn't even realize you were taking. Now the reward comes. In unexpected forms. Through unfamiliar people. In ways that feel surreal at first, but are absolutely yours. Do not worry about vengeance. Do not think of karma. That is not your work. She will face what she must face. But that is no longer your concern. Her chapter in your story is closed. And your new one begins tonight. Stand taller. Speak clearer. Trust quicker. Smile deeper. Because from this moment forward, you are no longer being watched. You are being followed by favor. And everywhere you go, the same angels that protected your home will now go ahead of you. Every room you enter, they will prepare. Every opportunity that was delayed, they will restore. Every blessing that was withheld, they will release. You are stepping into divine justice. Not the kind that crushes your enemies, but the kind that lifts you so high, your enemies have no choice but to look up in awe, or disappear. This was the final test, and you passed it not by fighting back, but by standing still and letting heaven fight for you. So rest now. The woman in the car is gone. The darkness around your home has lifted. And your destiny? It's waiting at the door. Open it, and walk in boldly. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.